This guy is a pathological psycho killer. There's no doubt about it.
The uncaptured killer who claims to have murdered more than 30 people.
We have reason to believe that he's a maniac.
That you wouldn't get capital punishment for myself.
I don't want to give myself I want to kill those kids.
One of the worst things I ever witnessed, for no reason at all. Just a hooded man came up with a pistol drawn on him, tied him up, and then told him he had to kill him.
California killing spree that's captivated the world for decades.
And the killer taunted police by sending letters to the media.
The possibility of him using a makeup kit, using different disguises in his crimes.
On the night of March 22, 1970, a 7-month pregnant woman, Kathleen Johns, was driving toward Petaluma, California to visit her mother. As her 10-month-old daughter sitting beside her started crying loudly, she decided to play light music to distract her child. However, within the next few minutes, a car behind her started honking and continuously flashed its headlights on her rearview mirror. This surprised Kathleen because the entire road was empty, which could have allowed the car to overtake her easily. But as the man kept on honking her from behind, Kathleen decided to pull off the road. Suddenly, the man in the car parked his vehicle behind Kathleen and approached her with a concerning statement. He stated that the right rear wheel of her car was unusually shaking and offered her to tighten the nuts. After Kathleen allowed him to help her, he finished the work and drove off without saying anything. Feeling strange about the incident, Kathleen decided to forget what happened and got back on the highway. However, the moment she drove for a few minutes, the same wheel from her car came off immediately. Surprisingly, before she could call anyone for help, the same guy returned and offered to drive to the nearest gas station. Having been left with no option on the lonely road, Kathleen and her daughter climbed into his car, but soon realized that she had committed the biggest mistake of her life. For the next 90 minutes, the man passed through several gas stations, but did not stop at any of them. Whenever Kathleen asked him why he was not stopping, he always changed the topic. Luckily, when he stopped at an intersection, she instantly jumped out of his car and hid with her daughter in a nearby field. Now, for the next few minutes, the man constantly searched for Kathleen with a flashlight and kept on shouting that he would not hurt her. But feeling scared for her life, Kathleen did not respond to his words, which eventually convinced the man to give up on her and drive off. So, when the situation became normal, Kathleen came out of the field and hitched a ride to the nearest police station in Patterson City, California. However, what she was about to notice was more haunting than what she'd experienced. The moment she entered the police station to give her statement, she noticed a sketch of this wanted man and immediately shouted to the officer that he was the man who abducted her and her daughter. Soon, she realized that she was one of the luckiest people in the world because the man who tried to kill her had already killed around 37 people. And no police official had been able to identify him or catch him for years. He calls himself Zodiac through the encrypted letters he sent to the local newspapers, explaining how much he loves killing people and how the victims he's killed will act as his slaves in the paradise of death. The sketch you're looking at is based on the description given by eyewitnesses who saw him shoot a cab driver in San Francisco. But that incident was the last time anyone saw him killing his target. And the incident with Kathleen was one of the rarest cases where the police official finally had the chance to catch him. However, the moment they reached Kathleen's car, it was burning in flames. According to experts, the Zodiac torched her car as he wanted to remove any evidence against him. Now, the reason why he targeted Kathleen is that, based on the murders he's committed, the majority of the time he targeted women and young couples. For example, in December 1968, he shot 17-year-old David and 16-year-old Betty after they were making out near Lake Herman Road, California. Then, a year later, he shot 19-year-old Michael and 22-year-old Darlene after they were having a conversation in the parking lot of Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. The couple was shot 5 times by the Zodiac after directing a flashlight into their eyes. Moreover, every time he kills someone, he leaves this mark with a circle and a cross inside. This mark becomes more mysterious after investigators noticed his crimes being committed during astrological events like winter solstice, equinox, or Friday the 13th. Specifically speaking, on December 28, 1969, 10 days before the winter solstice, a 16-year-old girl by the name of Leona was found dead on the beach in Marin County, San Francisco. And on March 20, 1970, during the equinox, a 17-year-old girl, Eva, was found dead near a roadside gully in Santa Rosa, California. But the most astonishing part is, one of the finest detectives in America, including the FBI, has not been able to catch or identify the killer. The Zodiac even taunted police officials by sending these encrypted letters to famous newspapers like the San Francisco Chronicle and Vallejo Times Herald, where he asked them to publish these letters on the front page so that he could become famous. On top of this, he also challenged that in one of such encrypted letters lies his true identity. However, out of 4 letters sent by him, 1 still remains unsolved, while the rest talked about his objective of killing his targets as slaves for the afterlife, and the Zodiac, whether alive or not, is still on the run. So, what are your views about the mysterious Zodiac Killer? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the like button if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.